We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Sky Sox and the Seattle Mariners. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Nick Margevicius gets the ball for Seattle in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, one of the keys to this guy is throwing strikes. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So he's more of a pitch to contact guy, and you'll know if he's on early. He needs to get quick outs early in counts.
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Underway in the second of 4 here this weekend as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. And fellas, you take a look at these Seattle Mariners at the start of play here tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, the last game, they got to wash that down the drain. They got absolutely boat raced by a big margin. They got to put that behind them, show up to the yard today, looking to fight. Everything changes once the first pitch is thrown.
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, as we take another look at it, you can see that this thing kind of handcuffed him and he couldn't make the play. Comes off the heel of the glove, and the leadoff man is aboard.
Digging in, Corey Dickerson. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Has a look, now the pitch. Popped him up. Murphy is there. 1 away.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 6.
And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Dero, what's the word on this club as they start the new month?
Well, Matty, one thing that jumps out at me, and it's eye-popping, is the fact that this team leads the league in slugging percentage. And they do it in a variety of different ways. It's just not the long ball. Ton of guys in this lineup that can move the ball into gaps, take extra bases. Just great offensive approaches up and down. Be on the lookout for some guys looking to do some serious damage today.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Betts leads off first with 1 away. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Line towards center field, and that's in there. Base hit.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Gordon is there. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. A hit and an error in the inning, but they failed to score. So now the Mariners offense gets to work for the first time. We've got no score. Madison Bumgarner, a lefty from North Carolina, gets the starting assignment. Dan, any thoughts?
Quite frankly, one of the toughest and baddest dudes in the game of baseball. We all remember coming in Game 7 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. Every team thinks that they have an ace. Well, guess what? This guy is a true, legitimate ace. Low to mid-90s fastball, good curveball. It does have the straight changeup in. Just in case you didn't know this, the guy can swing the bat a little bit too. One of the best pitchers in the game.
A high fastball is in there. Fellas, our visiting team as they take the field after a scoreless top half. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, guys, this team is certainly coming together. Everyone, we were down there before the game. There's a fight at the bat rack right now. They won in huge blowout fashion yesterday, and they're looking to continue that offensive surge in this one.
Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first in time, one away.
Batting second, the center fielder.
With a moment here in Seattle, a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
You know, I think they have to be hoping that D. Gordon starts to turn it around. He went 0 for 4 last game, and I just didn't like the way he went about it. It looked like they completely overpowered him, and that's not something we're used to seeing out of this guy. Hopefully, he'll be able to put that behind him.
First pitch coming. Here it is. In tight at 93, ball 1. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, D-Row, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull the trigger. If something's close, Matt Ross is going to punch your ticket.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he popped him up to Shields. Onto the grass. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Batting third, the right fielder,
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the corner outfielder Mitch Haniger. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And no swing apparently. Ball 1.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
Weak grounder down the line at third. Throw on to Voit takes care of him, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Striding forward now is the DH, Mike Yastrzemski. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Yastrzemski.
First offering on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. And the pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2 and 2. This is pulled into right, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Luke Voit.
Striding in, Luke Voit. He's ready. Here's the first offering. No score here as we play inning number 2. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 1-2 locks him up for strike 3. And here's the second-generation big leaguer Delino DeShields. And he's looking to snap out of what's been a rather dry spell at the plate. First delivery to him on the way. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. And that'll bring in Tom Murphy. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope.
The 1-0. Misses, ball 2. Three and 0 now. Austin Nova will be next. Here it comes, the 3-0.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
The 3-1. It was swung on and missed. A full count now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
To the plate now, Austin Nova. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. 5 homers and 14 driven in. The windup and the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Now a swing, and he popped him up straight up as this is right around home plate. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. The count to Crawford.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Fouled off. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Throw on to Voit takes care of him, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. We'll move to the third with no score. Digging in now, Bo Bichette. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Bo Bichette.
Here's the first pitch to him. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Pitch on the way. Now a curveball ripped down the left field line. That's a fair ball. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Looking at this, you know he had to be sitting on that pitch because he jumped all over it. Tried to keep him off balance with the old Uncle Charlie, and he was having none of that. Not a bad pitch. He was just waiting for it and blasted a leadoff double.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Giving chase is Hediger. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Coming to the plate now, Mookie Betts. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 1-0 count. Here it is.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
To 1-2 now. Hit to short. Only play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game.
That's good hitting right there. Put the ball in play and let the guy trot home from third to put your team on the board. Good baseball.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Corey Dickerson. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Two balls and no strikes.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Now the 2-0.
Ball in.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Pitch on the way.
Gotta believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
Smith will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Colorado Springs leads this one 1-0.
Back now for the Mariners' third turn at bat, and unfortunately for them and their fans, this lineup hasn't really found its stride this season. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening, so he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
All right, thanks, Heidi. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Again, another foul ball. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
So now to the plate, Dylan Moore. Pulled high in the air out to left field. After it is Dickerson. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Batting ninth, not shortstop,
So striding forward now, Tim Lopes. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. Skied into straightaway right. Betts is underneath this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. Mariners are down in order. They trail this one 1-0. In now is Anthony Rendon, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. Two balls and no strikes to Anthony Rendon.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
3-0 to him now. Left center, base hit.
Now batting, the catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Nobody out, runner on first. And he lays off for ball one. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Grandal with a 3-1 count now.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. A runner at first with no outs here. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Stepping up to the plate, Mike Yastrzemski hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB. I know that's the spot he didn't want to miss in, but he got away with it.
None out, runners at first and second. Behind 0-2 now. Yastrzemski, the former San Francisco Giant, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Now a flare out to left center. Here comes a left fielder, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And a relay to the plate, and he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. At the plate, Luke Voigt, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. First and second here with nobody out. Now a swing and a fly ball. On the run is Henniger, and no one will track it down. Hit sharply on the ground to Gordon for 1. On to first, and they get the double play.
Oh, that double play gave him a really good chance to minimize the damage here. 1 run has come across, but now he just has to work to strand that runner at third. Would be pretty huge if he can do that.
So a man at third here with 2 gone, and up to bat next, Delino DeShields. First pitch on its way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Two 2-0.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Men on third with 2 down. And he gets the call there. 3-1.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
The 3-1 pitch. Too high, ball 4. And they're at the corners now with 2 away.
And things are not looking good here in the fourth inning. That's the second walk of the frame. Good time for the catcher to go out to the mound and have a chat with this guy to give him a little breather.
Ready for another chance? Bo Bichette. And their runners at the corners now. First pitch of the at-bat. Bichette, a native Floridian. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball one.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Now a throw over. Back in standing. The 1-1. Misses for the second ball.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. And this is swung on and missed as the 30th pitch of this inning finally does the trick. The side is retired. So 1 run here on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Colorado Springs is out in front 2-0. Here's D. Gordon now. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Now here's the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Dickerson on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The center fielder, number 00.
Malik Smith the next to hit. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball upstairs.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
I got to count 2-2.
No runs, no hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Seattle. Hit back up the middle. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
Up next is the out. The right fielder, Haniger.
Digging in to try it again, Mitch Haniger. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the pitch. And right into the shift. Fielded by Rendon. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. They trail things here 2-0. Stepping in, Kevin Kiermaier. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
The center fielder, Kevin.
Here's the first pitch to him. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Mookie Betts. First delivery to him on the way. And double-barreled action now in the Mariner bullpen as both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one over the bullpen and gone. A solo home run there for Mookie. Number 148 for his career, as it's now a 3-0 ball game. That ball was absolutely blasted. 113 miles an hour off the bat, according to Show Track. As you see the distance there, that's one that'll get people talking. At the plate now, Corey Dickerson, as he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball one. No hits to this point. The 1-0. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Now here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Nola is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are two gone now.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon. First pitch coming. Here it is. That hits the outside corner. It's strike one. And that misses 1-1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
The pitch. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Ball two as the breaking ball misses inside.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball, put himself right back in this at bat.
Set to deal on 2-2. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Anthony Rendon connects on a solo shot. 8th home run on the season for him as they move on top 4-0.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
Into the box, Yasmani Grandal. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. That evens it up 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. One ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Another one sent foul.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. Last half of the 5th coming up. Colorado Springs is out in front here, 4-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Mariners manager Scott Service during the break about his team's offensive performance so far, and he told me overall he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Into the box now, Tom Murphy. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And there's ball 1. Murphy, originally from New York State, he was selected in the 3rd round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Two and two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Grounded to short. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
Well, I think this will be ruled an error, so the no-hit bid is still alive. If it's not, there might be a riot in that dugout, and rightfully so.
Runner at first following the error. And next it'll be the outfielder, Austin Nola. Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope.
The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Kiermaier's got a read on it. 1 away.
Third baseman, number 3, J.P. Crawford.
Standing in, J.P. Crawford. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Well outside with the curveball for a ball. That's wide. 2-0. No runs, no hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Seattle. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Your offense goes out and gives you a 4-run cushion. You have to find a way to stop struggling. Compose yourself and get your mechanics on point. It'd be a shame to let this one slip away.
Ruled a strike on the outside corner. 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Now a chopper to second. This will be a tough turn. There's one, but they won't get two as he beats the relay to first. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn two.
Yeah, choppers like that make it really tough. You can't make the ball get to you much faster, so the key is making sure you field it cleanly and at least get one, which they did there.
So stepping in, Evan White looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Bumgarner sets. Here it comes. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. White, 23 years old. This is his first year at the big league level. From the belt, the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Count.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Lays off 2-2 now. And this is foul tipped as he stays alive here. But meanwhile, that ball came right back at our home plate umpire, and he may need some attention at this moment. The 2-2 one more time.
3 balls.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. Mariners leave 1. They're down 4-0. Taylor Gilbo takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Now pitching for the Mariners, number 45, Taylor Gilbo.
Top half of the 6th about to get started. Digging in once again, Mike Yastrzemski. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. He's set, and the pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Change up low, 2-0.
2-0.
Now here's the pitch, and it's fouled away. The 2-1 home misses up and in.
Count is 3-1.
The 3-1 pitch. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Luke Voigt.
Now at the plate, Luke Voigt. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
And he fouls this one off. Nobody out, runner on first. High in the air down the right field line, and foul. The 1-2.
That's a ball.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
In now, Delino DeShields, as he'll take a look at ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. A ball and a strike. Gilbo, a native of Louisiana, the Bayou State. He was taken in the 10th round back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Hit out towards second. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. Long throw to third.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Standing in now, Bo Bichette, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside, 2-1. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Heading out towards shallow right. In there, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
So here's Kevin Kiermaier as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Chopped to third. Tough to get to. To second for 1. On to first, but not in time. He beats it out to keep the inning alive, and the run is in to score.
Well, they really didn't have a shot at turning 2 on the high chopper. They only get 1, and that allows the runner from third to score.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Mookie Betts. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
The 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
A runner on first with 2 away. That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now.
Hey, last 2 pitches back-to-back, off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there, pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. 2 out with the man at first. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Throw over to the bag, and the runner will get back standing. The next 3-2, and a good at bat that time as he lays off for ball 4, and as a result that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
So striding in, Corey Dickerson. He flew out in his last at bat. Looking to minimize the damage here. And that's up and in for ball 1.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. Colorado Springs leads it 6-0. Ready now, Dylan Moore. He'll begin things here against Madison Bumgarner.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strike out there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
So now to the plate, Tim Lopes. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Second baseman, T. Gordon.
And here's the speedster, D. Gordon. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. But the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the third out. Mariners are down in order. They still find themselves down 6-0. Yoshihisa Hirano enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Yoshihisa Hirano.
Coming to the plate now, Anthony Rendon. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and going back to that last AB when he hit the home run, Matty, that ball was up and out of the zone. This guy's a real good high fastball hitter. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking I got to get that ball somewhere below the knees because this guy definitely likes that ball up and elevated. That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Taken high and deep to right. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out.
The catcher, number 28, Yasmani Grandal.
Digging in the switch hitter, Yasmani Grandal. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Now the 2-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Now the 2-1. Ties him up inside with a good fastball. Here now the 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
To the plate now, Mike Yastrzemski. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.
And we join for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
So here's Malik Smith, 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going. Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Scooped up, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Striding in once again, Mitch Haniger, 0 for 2 for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball, that's out.
Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
Line toward the gap in left center. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Tom.
Now to the plate, Tom Murphy. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch on its way.
Ball one, no strike.
Two out, nobody on. Just a tick behind for a strike.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2 ball, 1 strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Can't connect there. It's 2-2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and he's swinging a pitch that bad. Not good.
And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Stepping in, Luke Voigt.
Leading off for Colorado Springs, the first baseman, Luke.
First pitch of the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
Second base.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and bounces it over the fence. Even if it stays in the yard, that's a double either way.
At the plate now, Delino DeShields
As he swings and grounds it toward the hole.
throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Now batting, Bo Bichette. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. 1 out and a runner on second base. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. Kevin Kiermaier is on deck. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Grounded down the third baseline. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. Lifted down the line in left. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
The good news for pitchers in this park is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that.
At the plate, Kevin Kiermaier. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Second and third here, 1 man out. And he misses with that one down and in. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Austin Adams comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Here's Mookie Betts. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Betts has a batting line residing in the 290s. Looking to boost that even higher here. Here's the 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Adams has some of the absolute best strikeout stuff in the game today, at least among bullpen arms. His strikeouts per 9 is a number that's usually through the roof.
This guy was tailor-made, Matty V, to be a relief pitcher. He comes out of the bullpen, guns a-blazing, 2 pitches that he can strike you out with, and more importantly, he comes out with an attitude, and that attitude is nasty, and he gets a lot of swings and misses.
1-2 now. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Coming in is Smith. He gets there, and that's the second out. And now Gracious, just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem.
The left fielder, number 23, Corey Dickerson.
Ready for another shot now. Corey Dickerson. He's looking to deliver here with the bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Bases are loaded here. 2 down. Just missing here. 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
From the belt, the pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike. Go, Mariners.
A bouncer up the middle. He's got it. A toss over to Gordon at second, and that ends the inning. Good work there out of the Seattle pen. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Sky Sox are out on top 6-0. Leading off the inning, Austin Nova, and they'll need him to get something going here.
No left fielder. Austin.
Here comes the first pitch.
Nola.
Here we go. Yeah. 0-1's the count. Here we go.
Ball 1.
1 strike.
Very impressive outing so far. His command has been spot on. Even when he misses his spot, it isn't out over the heart of the plate. He's throwing quality pitches.
Well located changeup on that one as it catches the black for a called strike. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. High in the air out to center field. Kiermaier's got a read on it. 1 away.
Third baseman, number 3. J.P. Crawford.
Ready once again, J.P. Crawford. He reached on a fielder's choice previously.
Yeah, but small victories right now. This guy on the mound is throwing a no-no, and he put the ball in play last time. Maybe a ground ball with eyes, and we could change the whole momentum of this one.
On to first, and Bumgarner's rolling right through him here. 2 away now.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty. That's the second out of the 8th inning, and the pitcher needs only 4 more outs for a no-hitter.
At the plate, Evan White. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. First delivery to him on the way. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. Two balls and a strike to the Mariners' first baseman.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Off-speed pitch, good for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. They still find themselves down 6-0. At the plate, Anthony Rendon. He went deep back in the 5th.
The third baseman, Anthony Rendon.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Now the 0-1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Hit on the ground out to short. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debro. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
Stepping in now, Yasmani Grandal. No balls and 1 strike. A runner at first with no outs here. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Into the box, Mike Yastrzemski as he lines it out to center. And that'll get down for a base hit. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And he falls behind now, 2-0. First and second now, 1 man out. Boy, nothing working for him at this point. It's 3-0.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And no doubt about this one. It's in there. 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Fouled away. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. Gordon takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, second baseman, Delino DeShields.
Standing in, Delino DeShields. These two have not faced each other at the major league level. From the belt, kicks and deals. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. In his career, DeShields hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And there's strike three. So we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. Next will be the designated hitter, Dylan Moore. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
So he made it through 8 full innings, which is no small feat, let me tell you. But the no-hit bid will end right here as he surrenders hit number 1 here in inning number 9. Doggone, I was hoping we were going to see it that time. Standing in now, Tim Lopes, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. No hits to this point. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Betts has a read on it. 1 down.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, D. Gordon.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, D. Gordon. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
1 ball, no strikes to count. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball, and it sailed on it.
2-1 count now to the Mariners' leadoff batter. Here's the 2-1.
Hey, 2.
And with 1 out in the 9th, he's just now coming up on his 100th pitch of the ball game.
Yeah, Matty, he's going to finish this one on adrenaline if he's allowed to. We'll see how the manager plays this one. I know guys like Dan Plesac were locked and loaded in this position.
Oh, this is right now a dream if you're out in that bullpen right now. Your starting pitcher gets you into the 9th inning. The guys that, if they do get up in the 9th inning, these are the best relievers, and they're just lurking out there. What a terrific job up to this point.
Now batting, center fielder, Malik Smith.
Now at the plate, Malik Smith. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Bumgarner sets. First pitch on its way. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. And this one's over for a high strike, 1-1.
Can't waste getting a leadoff runner on in this situation. Someone's got to bear down and get a big knock.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
That's ball 2.
And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. Last chance for the Mariners. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Betts. And he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
Wow, you could feel the electricity in the air when the ninth inning started. Everyone could feel how close to history we were, but he gives up a hit and loses the no-hit bid. Man, that hurts. He just has to shake it off now and enjoy this one-hitter just the same. Great effort either way.
A 6-0 shutout to finish off tonight's game. Colorado Springs led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Madison Bumgarner takes the win on the mound, his second of the year, as he tosses a complete game one-hitter. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line